on a chairlift going up there, people say, well, you look like you're in your 70s, and I said, well, no, go a little higher. Oh, well, how about 75? No. How about 80? No. How about 85? No. How about 90? No. And they're ready to fall off the chair. When I tell them 98 this year, they can't believe it. It's just something they can't believe. So my teaching experience in skiing is like 37 years. My name is Tom Brennan, Brennan. I was born in Queens, New York. It was January 5th, 1927. So that makes me 98. That's pretty old. My father was a baseball player. He was a catcher, a semi-pro, and he taught us how to play baseball. So we played baseball in the summer, and then in the winter we played hockey. And we liked the sports, that's what we did. Now, as a beginning teenager, it was a little different. Pearl Harbor was attacked. We didn't like that. It was a terrible thing to do when they killed 2,000 Navy people. At that time, if you were 18, you were drafted into the Army. My friends and I wanted to enlist, and we wanted to go into the Navy. So we enlisted at 17. We thought it was a patriotic thing to do on top of that, and it was. After the war was over and discharged, I had a job before that, and I went back to that job. It was a radio company in Manhattan. And the job didn't have any career connected with it. I was going nowhere with it, so to speak. And I even said to myself, I feel like a pebble on a beach. It wasn't very good for me. Felt like a stranger in a big city. So my father had a printing company, and he moved from New York to Colorado Springs, Colorado. I didn't have a great job, and so I said, I'm going. So I went to Colorado Springs with my family. What I found out, the Broadmoor, a big hotel there, had a world arena for world events, and a lot of it was ice hockey. Well, I had all kinds of amateur hockey experience. So I started volunteering for the kids as the first year I was there. And the second year, St. Mary's High School opened up and they picked me for their coach. And I said to myself, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. I want to be a coach and a teacher. Well, I was kind of finished with coaching ice hockey. A friend of mine came into my office and he said, well, you're done with ice hockey, what are you going to do now? And he was a ski instructor at Broadmoor. So he said, would you like to learn how to ski? And I said, well, you're probably kind of dangerous, isn't it? He takes me up to Broadmoor. He takes me right up to the top. And he says, now just put your skis together like this and let them run, and you'll have a good time. And he hardly gave me anything to talk about. And I'm skiing straight down from the top of Cheyenne for the first time, and I'm heading toward a building. And I said, oh shit. I made a quick hockey stop. And he said, that's level 5. You got a chance to be a good instructor. You got potential, he said. So he taught me how to ski. He taught me how to teach skiing. And I did it for 18 years up there. Over at Keystone, I had a woman that I said, you have a wonderful wedge, but you never got out of it. You never even tried. And she said to me, well, do you realize I am 40 years old? And I was 80 at the time, I had another man, and he said, I'm 59, and I cannot get involved in these exercise drills anymore. And then he said, well, how old are you? I didn't want to tell them. I was 95. You told me you're 59 and you're quitting, you're done, and I'm saying, well, I'm 95 and I'm not done. So you're just starting out. You can do anything you want to do. It doesn't matter how old you are, as long as you're interested in it and you want to do it, do it. I think older people, when they get to a certain age and have pain, think that this is the end for them. As somebody that's older, I would say they're concerned about living. Maybe I got arthritis or something, and I got pain, and I'm giving up. I don't want to do anything because it's painful. I have arthritis, and what I do is to swear at it. Huh? I got a pain right here this morning from arthritis, and I just give it hell. It doesn't work, but do it, I get all kinds of questions about what is your secret of longevity, your long life. Frankly, I don't have any secret or secrets. But from my experience in living a long life, I have some ideas. The first one is maintaining your physical and mental health through exercises, daily exercises. Keep working on mental and physical things. Number two is living an active lifestyle, volunteering your time to do something you want to do, or getting a part-time job so you're active doing things. And then surround yourself with people that have the similar interests so you can stay close together. Elsa Bailey was a friend of mine, and we skied together quite a bit. And she became my inspiration because a couple of times that we were together skiing, we would stop and talk. And she finally said to me, my goal is to ski when I'm 100. And she was 95 or something. But she did reach her 100th birthday, and we had a big party at Arapahoe ski area, and we helped her ski around the beginning area, and she accomplished her goal. But she was my inspiration. Why? Because I got 2 more years to do it, so I said, well, if she could do it, maybe I can do it. So it's kind of, lately it's been kind of my goal. might as well go for 100.
Do you believe that the best days of your life are still ahead of you?
No. And you want to know why? Because I have bladder cancer. When you have a cancer that's uncurable, then I can die. But that isn't going to bother me because I'm going to still ski and play and have fun and the hell with that. And so my future can be doubtful because I have that condition. What I do have in the future is my goal of being 100. I may not have a good future, but my future is to be 100. Again, you can say, forget about the stress and be a positive person. Also, don't be afraid to laugh and enjoy themselves while they're there and have a good time in life. It's not all serious. So I'll leave that with you.